Hi, email newsletters don't work. They're a poor marketing tactic. They don't work, they never did. Your inactive buyers don't care about your new features, your recent wins, or your stellar hiring decisions. They simply don't care. But email marketing can be one of your most powerful tactics. Let me explain. This isn't a recent change. Newsletters have never been a good tactic for the reasons I explained. But again, email marketing can be your most powerful tactic. The difference? Well, it's the content, of course. Flip your perspective just for a moment. Become one of your prospects just for a moment. And imagine how interesting they are to you, this prospect that you've just become. You're super interesting to the company. But imagine if they're not active with you right now, why would they be interested in your product features, amazing as they might be, your recent wins, as well branded as they might be, or your amazing or stellar new hiring decisions? They just don't care. Prospects who meet your ideal client profile are wrestling with issues that you know how to solve. Why do you know how to solve them? Because you've deliberately chosen the kind of market who has the problem or problems that you're good at solving. There is automatically a match if you've thought your strategy through carefully enough. So these prospects who meet your ideal client profile do have the problems that you know how to solve. If they were ever to have that problem, then maybe your products, features, services, staff might be interesting. But right now, they're not. If your market's untroubled right now, they're not interested. But they are interested in your insights into the problem, when it presents, how it presents, why it presents. They're all really valid. So what you want to do is to get together a long list of all of the possible angles that you can talk about in regard to that problem. I'll show you how. Agree the problem that you're going to focus on. Get sales, marketing, finance, and operations to agree what problem you solve better than any of your competitors. List then 5 causes of that problem. What are all the factors that lead to this problem coming about in the first place? Then list 5 triggers. A trigger is an event or an action which suddenly brings this problem to the surface, where the cause might have been present, but until the trigger fires, it's just not an A priority issue. And then list 5 consequences of the problem. What are the things that will happen as a result of that problem firing? And then share these insights widely. In that example, you've just identified 15 really useful insights into one problem, and all of those insights are worth sharing. Each of those 15 blogs that you write can be posted on your website, on all of the social platforms that you invest time in participating in. The blogs can be emailed to your list, but whichever the case, whatever platform you're using to communicate that blog, when you actually write the blog itself, always write it to lead to an asset. Now, I'm not saying put a good call to action at the end of the asset. I'm saying identify the call to action before you even write the blog, so that the blog itself is leading inexorably towards that asset. Think about all of the things that the factors that you can mention along the way that can be tied together at the end that are going to make sense and will make the person want to receive the asset. Now, in our case, obviously that asset is funnel plan. Why is that relevant? You need your team to come together to identify the problem that you most want to focus on. You need to choose it. You need to identify the strategy that flows from that. What kind of market most has that problem, and therefore I should be communicating with, and what sort of market doesn't have that problem, and therefore I shouldn't be focusing on so much. What product or service is going to solve that problem, and therefore that's what my solution is going to look like. So certainly at a strategic level, you need buy-in from everybody to the problem and to the strategy, but also at the tactical level. By what means will you get your market troubled about the problem? And they're questions that are answered with the help of Funnel Plan. Funnel Plan helps you wrestle all of those questions. It gives you great videos on how to think about them, places to answer those questions, and then a way of distilling and communicating your answers in Funnel Plan. If you've already got a Funnel Plan, you know all that. If you don't, go get one now. Go to funnelplan.com, get yourself a Funnel Plan, and wrestle all of those questions together with your colleagues. I've got loads lined up for you for next week, and until then, may your funnel be full and always flowing. Our thanks this week to you for watching this week's show, to Lisbeth Pena for blog production, John Ang for video production. My name's Hugh McFarlane, and it's been my absolute pleasure to have scripted and presented this week's show.